Alright guys, welcome back. In this video we're gonna create model in React application. This is the final project. If I click the open model, the model is come from the top, and when I close it's gonna be gone. And basically I can click the X button in here and it's gone, or I can click outside the model and bam. Let's create a folder called, what I call this, React_model, and let's create React app in here by typing npx create -react -app dot, meaning we create React app in this folder, which is React model folder. So I've already doing this, so let's run the app. We can do npm start. It should be running in localhost with port 3000. Alright, so it's done. Let's see in the browser. Here we go. So what we need to do first is we need to remove couple file in here. We don't need the logo, so remove that. We don't need the app.css. We don't need the test file, index.css, and yeah. So let's open the index.js file. We need to remove the CSS right here. Save, and let's go to app.js. I need to close the terminal, and I'm gonna remove everything inside a header right here. I just say h1, say hello from React, and I'm going to remove the CSS and the logo. So save, and now we should see hello from React. Pretty cool. So let's go back in here. I'm going to create another folder in source folder right here. I'm going to create a folder called components, and inside the components I'm going to create another folder which is a modal, and inside a modal you're going to create a file which is modal.js, and we're going to create the style as well. So let's create modal.css. Here we go. In modal.js file, we need to create functional path components. So we need to import React from React. We need to export cons, which is we're going to create a function in here, set that equals to arrow function, and we need to return the JSX in here. So let's just give a h1 and give a hello world. Okay, so let's try to save, and I'm going to import the model in here to app.js. So let's go back to app.js. We need to import model, should be from dot slash component slash model slash model. Okay, so let's bring in the model inside in here. We're gonna remove the hello from React. We gonna import right here. So let's try to save. We should see model now in the browser. No model, I mean hello world. Okay, here it is. Okay, so far so good. What we are going to do next is we need to create the model and styling that, which is the model right here. Okay, so let's go to modal.js. In here we're gonna remove the h1, and let's create a div with the class. Just say modal-wrapper. Gonna wrap the model inside this class. So let's create another div with class modal-header. Header, and just give a paragraph. And as you can see in the final project in here, we have a paragraph which is welcome to our site. Just copy that. I'm gonna paste in here. Wait. Here we go, and let's create a span, which is the X button right here. So let's do X, and I'm gonna create, gonna add class in here. Set that equals to close-modal-btn. Okay, so now save, and now we should see welcome to our site and X button right there. Okay, so under the model header, we are going to create model content. So model-content. Inside the model content, we are going to create the model body, which is right here. and the model footer, which is the button right there. Okay, so let's do right here, say model dash body, and down there we're gonna create a model dash footer. Should be like that. Wait, here it is. So inside of model.body, we need to create h4 and just say model, and we're gonna create paragraph in here, just say lorem, say 20 or something, and inside of model footer we are gonna create just a button, say button, just give a close text right there. Let add class name, set it equals to btn dash cancel. So now save, and this is what we have for now. So let's styling that with css. So let's go back in here. I'm gonna import the css. So import dot slash modal dot css, because remember we in the same folder right here. Okay, and we're gonna access the model.css right there basically. So let's try to save, and I'm going to change the background to red just to make sure everything is work. And here we go, everything is red. Cool, but we don't need red, of course. So what we need to do first is just remove the margin and padding to 0. And the box sizing, let's set that to per box like so. And for the body, we need to using font family. Just Arial Helvetica sans serif is fine. So now let's get the model wrapper class. So model dash wrapper, we need to give a background to white. And wait, I'm gonna give a width to 80%. Maximal width, I'm gonna set that into just say 800 pixel, and just make that center, so margin for RAM top and bottom and auto for the left and right. Okay, so now save, and here we go. Next we're gonna grab the model header, and let's scroll down, say model dash header, and we are gonna change the background to say to see, wait, and basically it's dark background, and we're gonna change the color into, just give a white, something like E9, and I'm gonna give a padding to 1 RAM, and just give a display to flex, because I want to put the text right here into the left and the X right here into the right side. Okay, so let's do display flex, align item center, and justify content to space between, wait, space between. Save, and here we go. Okay, so far so good. Let's scroll down. Let's make it the button right here more bigger. So let's do model dash header span, and let's change the font size 1.5 RAM, and just change the cursor into pointer. So here we go. So now we need to styling the model content. I'm gonna add a padding. So let's do model content, and just give a padding top and bottom, just say 1.5 RAM, and left and right just give a 1 RAM. Save, and here we go. Now we have padding, right? Cool. So let's grab the model body. I'm gonna give a margin bottom to 1 RAM. Save, and now we get a margin bottom. Okay, next we're gonna styling the title, which is the model right there. So model body h4, because remember in here we have h4. Okay, so let's styling that. We need to change the font size to 1.8 gram, and we need to change the color into something like coral. So now save and let's take a look. Here we go. Let's try to see what color I'm using. Let's see right here. Here we go, and I'm going to paste in there. So now save and let's take a look. Here we go. Okay, so let's do what we are going to do next. Yeah, the paragraph. So let's styling the paragraph in here. So let's go to model, body, and paragraph. Just give a space in there, and I'm going to change the font size into 1 rem and give a background. What I'm typing in there. Background to just say EEE. Wait, EEE. And just change the color to 333. And I'm going to give a padding to 1 rem and give a margin top 1 rem and right 0, bottom 2 rem and left 0. So here it is. Yeah, so far so good. Let's styling the button right there. So model dash footer, and we are gonna get the button. Let's give a display to block and change the font size into 1 rem and give a margin left to auto. We need to push to the right side, right? So now we should see it there in the right side in here. Give a padding to 0.5 rem top and bottom and 1.8 rem left and right. And I'm gonna change the background into this color and change the text color into white. And I'm gonna remove the border. It's border set it to none, and just remove the outline and change the cursor into pointer. Save, and now we should see button right there. Pretty awesome. Okay, so what we are going to do next is we need to create the OpenModel in here. So let's go back to app.js. Basically, we don't need a class in there. Just remove that. And in here, we're gonna create a button. Wait, button. I'm gonna say, what's that? OpenModel, right? And just give a class in here, something like our class, to say btn OpenModel. Okay, so now save, and we should see OpenModel right there. Gonna styling that. So let's go back to model.css right here. We need to say btn-OpenModel. Okay, so let's change the background for the first time. We need to say to C and change the color into say save, and let's take a look. Wait, it's not changing. btn-OpenModel. Let's see right here, btn OpenModel. OpenModel, really? OpenModel. Save, and let's see, we have the black background and white color, so pretty cool. And we need to give a margin to rem to give a space to entire the button, and we need to give a padding as well. We need to say 0.5 rem and 1.8 rem for the left and right. Save, and we need to say the border to none and outline none and cursor to pointer. So now save, we should see have a model in here. Just make that a little bigger, the font size. Let's do right here, say font size, font size into 1 rem. Save, and let's take a look. Here we go. Yes, cool. The next thing what we are going to do is we need to make this button work. When we click that, the model is showing up, and when we close or close right there, the model is gone. Okay, so let's go back to app.js right here. We need to create a state. Okay, so let's go cons. Just give a show or set show. Set it equals to use state. Wait, use state. And yeah, just make sure you import in up here. So by default, I want to set that into false. So in model right here, I'm gonna add on click event. So set that equals to, when we click that, I want to change the set show into the true. Okay, so now save, and let's go to the model in here. We need to wait. What is this? We need to send a parameter inside a model right there. We need to send the show state, set it equals to show, and we give a name show. Okay, you can give it any name you want, basically it doesn't matter. And I'm going to create maybe function in here, say cons, give a name, close model handler, set it equals to arrow function, and I'm going to set the show into the false again. Okay, because when we click the close model handler function, we need to hide the model, right? So just close model handler, set that equals to close model handler. So save. Now in our model, we can access the show in here and the close model in here. Inside in here, I'm gonna say show and close model handler. I'm gonna add inline style in the model wrapper. So in here, just say style, set that equals to just give a opacity to the first time opacity, and when the show, which is right here, is true, we need to set the opacity to 1. When the show is false, we need to set the opacity into 0. So now let's try to save and show what happened in here. Yeah, we don't need the semicolon right there. So save, and see, now the model is gone. When we click that, the model is showing up. Okay, but now we cannot close that because we not handle the close model handler right there. So we need to put the function inside the close button right here. Just add in here, say on click. When we click the button, we need to run the close model handler. So now when we close that, it should be gone. But I think it should be, I just want to change that to close. Close, and I'm going to change the name in here to close. I think just make that short. Let's try that. Here we go, it's working, but this thing right here, it should be work as well. So let's go back to model.js. We need to add where is the X? Right here. We need to add on click again. So on click, we need to set it into close, save. So now the X button right here should be work. Open button, open model, and close. Here we go, close. Pretty awesome. But as you can see in the final project right here, if I click outside the model, it should be closing the model. So let's do in app.js right here. So in here, if the show is true, we need to create a div. and when it's false, we need to just say null. Okay, so if the show is true, meaning the model is showing up, we need to just add class name in here. Say class name, set it into backdrop. And let's styling the backdrop in the model.js, model.css. Let's go back in here. Say model dash drop. And we need to change the background to, I don't know, say 333, but I like to something like maybe the opacity. Wait, yeah, maybe something like that. And I'm going to give a height to 100% and just say position to fixed. And I'm gonna add just say transition to all and 1.3 second. Wait, all, and give a width to 100 pixel as well. So let's try to save, and when we click the open model, no, nothing happened. Modal dash drop, modal backdrop. Come on, man. Save, and here we go. We have already clicked that. Okay, so let's reload that. Okay, when we click that, it should be dark. Pretty cool. So in here, when we click the right here, the backdrop class, we need to add onClick event. So we need to onClick, set that equals to close modal handler. Wait, it should be inside the div. Right here, say onClick, set that in equals to close modal handler. Save, and now click showing and gone. So let's see in the final project in here, if I click the open model, the model will come from the top. Okay, if I close in back to the top again. So let's go to model.js in here, in style, inline style in here, we need to add transform. If show is true, we need to add the transform, the translate into 0 view height. If the show is false, we need to say translate into -100 view height, which is the very top. Okay, no semicolon, just comma right there. Now when we click the save and I click the open model, now you cannot see the transition. Okay, because you not add transition in the model wrapper. So what we can do is just say transition, say all, 1.3 second or something, say is. So now save, and wait, why you come from the left side, man? So let's go back in here. Yeah, we need to translate y and translate y as well. So let's try to save, and I hope that come from the top. Bam. But it's really slow, I think. Just give I don't know, 0.3 second or something. Close and open model. Bam. It's so freaking fast. Basically, you can play around with this. Yeah, I think 0.5 is fine. Okay, open model, you can close that, you can open that, you can close. Alright, so I think that's it, guys. I hope you learned something in this video, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. So, bye.